Hi, this is Susan Nixon with Sew Quick and Easy, and today we're going to sew a lapped zipper. And that's the type of zipper where the fold of the fabric covers up the teeth of the zipper. Usually you would put this in the center back or even the side seam of a skirt. So here's how we begin. On the center back seam, I've already serge finished both of the raw edges where the zipper is going to go. Then I put the fabric pretty sides touching, line it up. And the next thing I'm going to do is take my zipper and set it down on the seam. I want the top of the zipper head to be up above the edge of the top edge of my fabric because I really don't want to have to sew around this. I'm going to come down to the bottom of the zipper where the stopper is, and I'm going to mark that location right on my fabric. So this is where we want the zipper to end, and now the beginning of that seam is going to run right along 5/8 of an inch, which is a traditional seam allowance. And then at the top, where the opening is, I want this to be at 3/4 of an inch. And I'm going to draw a line to give myself the perfect place to sew. So I'm going to put my fabric in, start where I want the zipper to end, and always start with your needle down, put my presser foot down, do a little bit of a reverse, to lock the stitch, and then I'm going to sew to the bottom. And that's my seam. So the first thing I want to do to get my seam ready for the zipper is to press the seam just like I sewed it. That sets the stitches in. So now we're going to fold this seam allowance just a 1/2 inch all the way to the top. This is the part that becomes the lapped side of the zipper that will cover up the zipper teeth, and I want to press this at about 3/4 of an inch wide. So once I've got that pressed, we're going to flip this over. So now I'm going to slide my zipper with the stop to the bottom, and I want this edge of the fold to run right along the teeth of the zipper all the way to here. And use just a little bit of glue stick on the tape of the zipper. Now with the glue on, now you take your fabric and get the fold right along the teeth of the zipper, and you finger press in place. Now we're going to sew right along the edge of the teeth to hold the right side of the zipper in place. We're going to start right here at the top, and I want to sew pretty close to the edge, so I'm going to line up the edge of my foot with the edge of the fabric. I'm going to come all the way down, making sure I don't catch any other part of the fabric in there. And when I get past the stopper of the zipper, I'm just going to do a little bit of a reverse. So we've got the first line sewn, and now I'm going to take my glue stick and do a little line all the way up to the top. So I get it lined up, and then I finger press where we had that glue. The last step before we sew is to get a piece of tape, and we're going to set this down, and I overlap so there's about 1/8 of an inch away from the fold. So we're going to start right here on the fold where the fold comes over and crosses the seam. I'm going to do a little bit of reverse and then come forward. When I get to the end of the tape, turn the fabric, and I'm going to sew right along the edge of that tape. And at the top, we're going to do a little reverse to tie a knot, and we're done. So now we have the perfect lap zipper where the fabric covers the teeth, and it's just right.